Alright guys, how's it going? Nathan's MRE. And today we have a very special ration. This one has not been done before on the old YouTube. This is a Croatian Armed Forces ration. And this is marketed as a civilian ration, but it says individual combat ration type 1 Armed Forces for the Republic of Croatia. So I mean, it seems like it's not a civilian. Very hard to tell because with this kind of stuff, thing's still too new to flip out. Also with a knife, the newest Gerber cleaver. Not a good knife for that, but good knife for cutting stuff open. Put a link in the description for that. Like always, if you want one of these, well, good luck. That's all I can tell you. Good luck. So I got this right from the source. Got some pretty tough plastic on her, that's for sure. Hopefully everything is good on it. Now I see a few things that are kind of iffy already. It has type 1, tip 1, that's X'd out with a pencil and a number 2 written on it. Then down here, they got something scratched out in 2020. Interesting. Although it's still got the original tape on it, I see a noodle hanging out of the box there. Let's just see what we got here. We have beef noodle soup. Interesting. Have not seen that one before. Let me put this down a little bit. We're pointing at the backdrop. I know you guys like looking at that, but it is what it is. So this is expiration of 8/6/2021. That's 4 servings. 4 servings, 1 liter of soup. Holy cow. Here we have a vitamin drink. Looks like lemon, L-I-M-U-N. You can see that on the camera or not. It's kind of hard to see with that yellow. Interesting. And let's see what this one makes. This makes, well, I don't know. It says 250 mil. I'm not sure if that's 1 serving. We'll have to do a little translating on that. And that's got expiration of 1/14/2021. Look at this. Was that papaya? Like a dried fruit snacks. Interesting. There's some more dried fruit. Doesn't really say too much on the label. Cocos. K-O-C-K-E-R-F. I don't know if that's going to translate. We don't really have, I don't know. We'll keep rolling. Keep rolling. So we have looks to be a strawberry candy. Almost like a lifesaver type situation there. A hard candy. Look at all the stuff in this thing though, man. We have a stray noodle flying around here. Throw them off the side. We have a energy coffee drink, B6 and B5. That's interesting. We have a full out legit can of hamburger So translated beans of the hamburger, which that should be very interesting. Trying to get the reflection in here is very real, as you can see. Maybe we'll move that light around a little bit. Made it worse, maybe. But should be interesting. That's a lot of food so far, and there's a lot to go yet. Get the translator up here. Looks like Little Debbie's on the front of this one. Here we have, I'll get back a little bit and let's see. It says ham cake picante. It's got some spicy peppers on there. Should be interesting. I see something looks like it's Russian here, but it's not. Here we have some, geez, this is so hard. Chicken pate. Awesome, and it's not broken open or nothing. That should be very nice. Here has some sort of pocket vitamins. Interesting. Interesting. That's some herba. Looks like damn Ricola cough drops, huh? Some kind of herbal coffee or herbal chews. Yeah, they're soft. We'll investigate a little further. I'm surprised this didn't get broken, actually. Coffee creamer, I'm sure. Yep. Ooh, look at that guy. Some sort of little chocolate dip. It's like chocolate and vanilla all together. I always forget this camera, you gotta touch it to focus. I'd be surprised if these aren't broken in a million pieces because that can was right next to them. The crackers or biscuits, the Took brand. Uh-oh, something's leaking. Is it the sardines that are leaking? No. What the hell is leaking? Nothing? Interesting. Interesting. That's not leaking. It's still sealed. Huh. Got some dirty old sardines here. And I think this is like the Slovenian stuff we had the other day. Looks like it has vegetables with it. And those are actually very, very nice. The vegetables with the sardines is definitely a nice addition. We have some hot cocoa. Dark hot cocoa. Hot chocolate. The European dark hot chocolate is always the absolute best. We have a Mikado bar. Not sure what that is, but we's about to find out. We have some, looks to be some cookies or biscuits, chocolate variety, you might say. We have another coffee and go, sensual. There you go. It'll make you sensual if you eat it or you drink it, huh? Here we have a milk chocolate bar. It's actually got a little melted or a little dented. I'm not really sure which that is. Definitely got some great detail on that. Look at that. Interesting. I have a candy bar. Looks like probably, yeah, coconut. Some of these have some English on them, some of them don't. There's a lot of stuff in here, man. Here we have a Tortica original, and this is like a wafered candy. Pretty big in that part of the world. A upgraded Kit Kat, as you will. This might be what's leaking here. The jam. I don't think so, though. Interesting. Let's see what kind of berry that is. Get in here on it and see. Pomegranate. Interesting. Pomegranate jam. We'll take it. A couple more little things in here. We got a couple teas. Look at that. Interesting. Got thyme and uva ursi. Sounds like an infection. So the noodles that are flying around there, I'm not really sure. I guess it came out of one of these pouches, but where's the... It'd have to come out of this one. Is this baby broken open? Yep. Got a little road rash, but I think it'll be alright. I think it'll be okay. We're gonna eat her anyway. Alright. Not even messing around here. It's hard to get all in the damn shot. There's so much of it. So this says 2 teaspoons. I take that back. 2 tablespoons per 250 mil. And there's about 10 or 12 tablespoons in there at least. So let's just go ahead and I'll have to run through this pretty quick or it's going to be a 4-hour long video. Oh, see, it's got a tear line, but if I use it, I'm going to have a big mess. So 2 tablespoons essentially. That's probably 1.5. Probably 2. That's probably every bit of 2, if not over, right? Mix that, or at least put the water in it. That glass is 200 to 250 mil. So right off the bat, we'll set that to the back. Now we got our hot water heated up already. I think this is probably supposed to be cold, but I'm not 100% sure. We're not gonna do 2 coffees, we're gonna pick one. We're gonna do the sensual, all right? See, it makes it sensual, whatever that means. So let's go ahead and cut her open. And let's take a look and see what we got. Kind of hard to get out of the package. Kind of clingy. Whoa! It seems like that's a lot. Man, that smells dark. Holy cow. That says to mix all that with 150 ml of water. It's like 150 ml of coffee. That's probably all we get in this cup. Is going to be the best way to go about that. We'll let that sit to the back. We'll stir them up as we're drinking them. That's no big deal. So this bad boy here makes a whole liter of soup, all right? So we got our measuring cup here. So we got a pint, 1 liter, so 500 ml essentially. Let's take the beans out of here for just a minute. This is already ripped. I'll give her one of them numbers there. Interesting. So beef noodle soup. There it is. Holy, there's the beef. Like a beef stock cube. It doesn't smell like much though. And it's real crumbly. So let's blast some hot water in that. About right there. And we're probably going to have to give that a stir like right now because that needs to dissolve all it can. Because if our big chunks don't dissolve, we're not going to have any flavor. Interesting. We're going to designate that. Did I spill a little bit? Nope. Designate that spoon for that. There we go. This amount of snacks in this thing is just out of this world. So let's take our beans, dump them in our little bowl here. We're just going to heat them up. I might use the old microwave, I think. Look at that. I mean, if you say you're still hungry after eating this bad boy, you got some bigger issues. Let's heat that up real quick. All right, so we got beans warming up. Let's go ahead and pull out our hot cocoa. And let's see how much this recommends we mix in with it. And it doesn't really say. 120 ml. It makes a cup of hot cocoa, right? What else can I tell you? Send it up here at a weird angle. But we're getting her done. Same way, there's a lot of cocoa in that. A lot of powder to mix. Look at that. Same way as other stuff looked, almost kind of moist. Wow, the smell on that. Man, oh man. Some hot water onto her here. I thought I had too much in the kettle, but we almost used her all. This is a big ration. This actually might be the biggest ration I've ever done. It's close though. Real close. Look at the darkness of that. Looks like poop on camera probably. I don't want to mix that together. This coffee is going to be some kind of brutally strong coffee, right? So we'll mix that up. Okay, let's get the beans out for the catch on fire, and I think we're ready. All right, so the beans are officially too hot to touch. So while we're doing that, what are we gonna do? Which one are we gonna do? Let's do the uva, whatever the heck it is here. Sounds the craziest. Let's take a smell of that real quick. It smells like rosemary, maybe. You know, maybe. Something. Looks like something, but it's not tea. It's got a little bitty cup here. All right, let's grab the mains. We're ready to start. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get started here. And first of all, this bowl is like way, way, way full. Just take a little taste of it just to start with, and we're gonna fish around and get a big piece of meat out of there. Oh, wow. So you got some white beans, and this is like, it's not hamburger, it's actually pork. It's like a slab of bacon. See that? It's like a little piece of cake. It's like a nice smoked bacon, or what the Southerners would call like hog jowl. Something along those lines. It's similar to ham and beans. I dropped it right on the microphone. And like when I was a kid, my mom would make ham and beans. This has a little more flavor. Sorry, Mom. She's gonna be over here in a minute to eat some of this. But that's the situation. Almost like a slightly like beefy kind of pork broth flavor to it. And then the beans. But it's not overly greasy, or it's not weird or anything. It's actually very mild. It's very nice. It's not what I was expecting, but it is what I would expect from a European dish. Not a lot of salt, not a lot of over seasoning, no preservatives. Really, really nice and mild. And there's just like a pile of stuff here you wouldn't believe. Let's just go to get a drink of our lemon drink. We didn't stir it up. We're going to use our foreignmre.com screen to stir it up. Tuck that right in there. There we go. Really. So you can taste a little bit of the vitamins in it. It's almost fizzy, but it's not fizzy. It's like your brain wants you to think it's fizzy, but it's not. If that makes any sense. It's gonna be some weird tea, I think, boys. All right, so next, let's try the soup. That's a big thing of soup, man. Let's make sure our stuff's all dissolved in it. And you can see all the noodles. Look at that. Let's take a sip of the broth first. It's salty. You can tell it's beef. Beef noodle soup. Interesting. It's like a real salty, like beef stock, but it's not real beefy. It's almost like it has some chicken flavoring in it too. Wow, that's interesting. I have to say, the noodles, just like any instant soup like that, the noodles are kind of floury tasting, a little bit crunchy. It's really good, but it is very salty. Even putting the full amount of water in it, it's kind of like salt overload. So I'm curious to see here what this is exactly. I didn't translate any further, but let's pop the top on her here and let's just see what we got in it. Okay, so it's like, I've had this before, like a pepper pate kind of, a bean and pepper pate. Maybe it's meat. It's almost like a Spam type situation with hot peppers in it. It's got some garlic in it. I'm not really into the garlic part of it. But it's like hot, but it's not burning your face off hot, right? It's not bad. The garlic situation in it isn't my thing. Other than that, I would give it probably 8 out of 10. To be totally honest. Let's go ahead and pop the top on the pate. Chicken pate. That's what the Russians call gentle pate. Pate gentle. So it's really, really, really soft and creamy. This has a little bit of spice to it too. It's got a little bit of something in there, a little bit of heat to it. Wow, that's kind of a game changer there. Real nice, like a little bit of a chicken stock in it, a little bit of background heat to it. It shows here it has, I don't taste the onions in it. It says it has onions in it. It's got some peppers in the background. Maybe a little bit of, that's jalapeno or like a red pepper. That's very, very nice and very different. Wow. She's a little warm though. Have to give it that. They put the heat to her. This stuff is just so good. It's definitely like a homemade ham, hock, and beans. Really, really good. There is so much stuff here. I've already called reinforcements to come help me eat all this. So don't think for a minute it's going to go to waste. That's just not the case. So here's our sardines with vegetables. This is the Eva brand, EVA. Got walrus and buck teeth on it. That looks really good. Let's take a smell. I mean, it smells like, you know, sardines. But look at the little diced up tomatoes, peppers. A lot of people don't like sardines, but I just don't mind them. You know, I don't mind the fishiness of it. Got some lemon juice in it, cuts the fishy taste. Got some, what was that? Tomatoes, carrots, green peppers. It's like garden salad with the fish in it, right? It's not spicy at all. It's very, very mild. This has a very fresh, nice taste to it. If you don't like fish, you're not gonna like it. If you do like fish, you're gonna love it. I, in fact, love it. It's very, very good. Okay, let's get our tea here. And it's steeping, so before it steeps too long, let's just take a taste and see what we've even got. It smells weird. You know, I haven't really had anything like that before. Got some mint leaves on it. I don't really taste the mint. It's like a flowery kind of tea, but it's not tea. It's like a flowery kind of drink. Kind of like you'll get some flowers, crush them up, put them in some hot water. You can see there everything that's in it. Nothing to translate on it. So it's steeped for 10 minutes. Keep moving on. Let me see here. Where do we want to go from here? Let's go to these packs. So dried fruit. It's like possibly mango. A few little bits of possibly pineapple in it. Definitely mango. Lightly sugared. It's a very mild fruit. It's not like this straight sugar. Man, very, very nice. No idea what these are. That's interesting. Very interesting. It's like a sugary, I don't know if it's even fruit. So the Plodeline is the brand. So the Cocos, K-O-C-K-E RFS is what it is. Could be some variation in coconut. It doesn't really have a coconut taste though. Very mild, very natural tasting, if that makes any sense. Jeez. Alright boys. Which one was the coffee? Which one? I think this is the coffee. This is some very, very thick coffee. We're shifting to dessert at this point. Like a foam on top of her. Oh man. I'll knock the wind out of you right there. That's that's about as dark as coffee as you're ever gonna taste. Wow. It's dark, it's very harsh, but it's not as bitter as what a person would think. Man, let's reach up and slap you right in the face. Slap you right in the face. So, whoa, jeez. Let's try this little guy out. We're on to dessert now. Like I'm already getting full of this trying stuff. Let's try to cut a little corner off of it and we'll try it. Look at that. Look at that. Oh wow. Nice dark chocolate wafer. Dark chocolate, but these European rations, never, ever, ever sour chocolate. Like when you get Hershey's dark chocolate here, it's still acidic, it's so sour. This is not like that at all. And that turns a lot of people off of dark chocolate here. This guy here, I'm not sure even what to even do with it. Let's just see. Lemonade on our spoon, but that's all right. Looks like a definitely chocolate like a Nutella type situation, but not as fake. Almost like a sweetened condensed milk. Very, very sweet. I'm not sure what you're supposed to do with it. Like, you're supposed to dunk something in it? Or what exactly? For this very second, we're gonna flip that back down and put that over here, because we have so much more to get through. Let's get our cracker out, and let's try a little bit of this pomegranate jam on it. Definitely got to get some Ziplocs and preserve all this stuff. So here's our crackers. It's like a Ritz, salty and buttery, but even thinner, more fragile. Very fragile, very good though. Holy cows, are good. Let's try to get a little bit of this jam on here. Wow. The pomegranate jam. So let's see. Look how dark that is. Holy crap. Let's smells incredibly strong. Which pomegranate is very strong. Almost looks like apple butter. But it's not strong, it just smells that way. Very semi-sweet, a little bit tart. It tastes like currant, like red currant. You know, I don't know, translated pomegranate, so we'll take it for its word, for that's what it is. But it tastes like currant. Moving on, try one of our cookies out here. Like a little chocolate cookie. That wrapper, that way just rips so freaking easy too. There we go. Like a chocolate cookie with hazelnut at. See little pieces of hazelnut. Wow. But it's so semi-sweet, it's like not sweet at all. I'm not so sure to go with the jam, but it is what it is. Let's try a piece of this candy bar. This is just a massive, massive, massive ration. I watch my fingies on this bad boy because it'll cut right through that wrapper and cut your digits right off. Not even kidding. Looks like a nougat bar. Coconut nougat kind of situation going on there. That's also very mild. It's almost like you can barely taste it. It's not sickening sweet. None of this stuff has been that way so far. And you buy stuff here in the States, everything's just like packed with high fructose corn syrup, the maximum sweetness. And to be honest, it probably leads to a lot of the health problems that Americans have, including me. So this guy here, getting a little bit of bloom on it. Probably use a different knife. That knife's so sharp, it's just sketchy. So there we go. Got some nuts in the bottom of it, a little bit of bloom. Mikado. So that's like a... It's not nuts, it's like a puffed rice. I think. Looks like nuts, but when you go to chew it up, there's nothing there. Very mild milk chocolate, very good. We're going down the list here. We cannot forget this at the very end, and our hot chocolate. This is our Bracco milk chocolate bar. This one's probably going to be bloomed since the other one's bloomed. This means it's gotten hot and thawed out a couple times, or hot and froze up. A little bit bloomed. Got a soft middle in it. Look at that. Very gentle, very delicate milk chocolate. You can definitely taste it has a little bit of dried milk powder in it. And that's typical in European rations. They use a lot of dried milk powder in like a milk chocolate bar. It's a lot different situation when we get here for chocolate. It's probably a lot better for you though. And then, so this herba stuff, well, let's go, we'll do these two last. Let's do our candy here, our strawberry candies. Look at that. That even focused. It's like a... It's made out of basically like sugar. It comes apart in your mouth. It's a vitamin C candy, obviously. It's nature's finest. It's super mild. You can barely taste any strawberry at all on it. It's just so mild, so nice. It's not overpowering in the least bit. I feel like I say that on everything, but that's the way it is, man. Let's take a drink of this hot cocoa before we go any further. Look at the darkness of this. Look at that. Wow. The European hot chocolate. Extra dark, semi-sweet, but never ever bitter. That is definitely a 10 out of 10. What a great ration. Absolutely great ration. We got two more things to try out here. This Herba stuff, Herba Original. So we could translate something on this. It just translates to like a herbal candy. I can't really get anything else out of the translator on it. Let's take our knife here and do a little dissecting on the end. Looks like a damn Ricola cough drop. If I'm not mistaken. Yep. Wow. It's got a great taste. A little bit of mint, all natural. What does that taste? I've had this before. Almost like a gingerbread type taste to it, with a little bit of mint background. And, you know, it's kind of a health thing, I think, more or less at that point. It definitely could be used as a cough drop, though. It has those properties to it. So these are our pocket vitamins. Oh, hell. Look at that. Pocket vitamins, huh? It's like a great flavor. Interesting. What about that kind of stuff? That kind of stuff helps you out a lot. When you're out by yourself, if you're not getting the right kind of vitamins and nutrients you need from the meal, which this one you would, you have something to fall back on, a supplement. If you're stuck out in the woods with a US MRE, you're gonna need some more vitamins, I do believe. That's gonna be it, guys. We did her. This is a big, giant ration. I just don't have any links or anything for you. Don't know if I ever see another one ever again. I'm thankful to be able to get to do this one. It wasn't that much. It was, hell, I don't remember. $40-some with shipping and everything. Somewhere around the neighborhood. It's gonna be it. Thanks for watching, guys. See you back very soon with another video. We'll see you later.